Hey everyone, welcome back to Otherobert. I am with Joe, and we are in another top 5 video for top 5 movies of 2015 with one or two honorable mentions from the two of us. His list is ranked from least to greatest. Mine is just my favorites, my top 5 favorites and one honorable mention. So what are your honorable mentions, Joe?
Okay, so honorable mentions, Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl, and The Green Inferno. Two very different movies. The Green Inferno, Eli Roth's first movie I actually really enjoyed. The Hostel movies, I always thought were kind of brainless kind of ripoffs of Saw, as mean as that sounds. That's what I always felt of them. Green Inferno was different and interesting and cringeworthy in all the right ways. It kept you on the edge of your seat, and while there were some silly or laughable moments, overall it was a very fun experience and some of the most fun I've had in a horror movie in quite some time. So The Green Inferno is definitely an honorable mention, as well as Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl, which was a huge surprise. And at first I felt the director was trying to be like very Wes Anderson-like. And while that may be the case, I thought there was something special with this movie.
Okay, I have one honorable mention and I didn't even think I would put it on the list, but I rethought about this for a while. I'm going to give the honorable mention to Heart of the Sea, because I ended up really liking the visuals of that movie, and I also like the ocean, so I want to give it to that. I think Moby Dick's a really interesting story, and then also the way the whale looked in the movie. Chris Hemsworth is one of my favorite actors. I think he's great, so I want to just give it out there to Heart of the Sea. The problem is there's some parts of the movie where you get a little bored, and that's why I couldn't put it up, but I did enjoy it, and it's very humanitarian at several points about whaling and stuff like that. But it's something I would say to check out, especially if you like the original Moby Dick movie or story. But yeah, so that's my honorable mention. So he's going to start off with this number 5.
All right, so number 5, and it's a surprise even to me that's not higher, because I enjoyed this movie so very much, but it shows you how good some of these movies were this year. It's Crimson Peak, and this was a movie I
wanted to see.
I enjoyed it a lot.
I didn't get
it was
to see
really
it.
good. Going into it, I thought it was going to be kind of a Victorian horror. Well, it turned out to be a gothic romance in a way that was just so intriguing, and you're captivated from start to finish. And you had some great performances, especially from Tom Hiddleston and Charlie Hunnam. I thought were amazing, and Charlie Hunnam gave a performance I wasn't expecting from Charlie Hunnam. It was very interesting, very intriguing. What was thought to be for me, I thought it was going to be a horror, kind of Victorian horror. Turned out to be a gothic romance, and captivating from start to finish.
Now, if you watch our top 5 TV show list, don't know, it's very similar. These are not similar, because mine are a bit more of the big blockbusters, and his are a bit more Oscar-type movies.
Right.
My number 5, but it also has no bearing on the list. I was going to give it to Avengers 2, because I just enjoyed that movie, because I just like that franchise quite a bit. I also like how it connects back to the Daredevil Jessica Jones series. Robert Downey Jr. is so, like, he is hysterical to me.
Right.
Like, I just enjoy. I don't like Iron Man, but I like him.
That's something I agree.
Yeah, I just enjoyed that movie. It did get some hate for reasons that I don't want to go into, but it's hate I don't think that was needed. But I just enjoyed Age of Ultron quite a bit. I thought Ultron was scary, and just from the way he was created anyway. So I liked Avengers: Age of Ultron quite a bit, and it was one of the top 5 movies I was looking forward to this year.
Right. Yeah. I could agree with that.
What was your number 2? Oh, 4.
My number 4 was Black Mass.
Ooh, that was my next one.
See,
that's my number 4 too.
Our number 4 is Black Mass.
Yeah, I like that.
Black Mass was a story I wasn't aware of the story, and the fact that it kind of goes to recent is something different. You always see these type of mob-esque movies, and they're always kind of set in the 40s or back
this one's very recent.
Yeah, and although it kind of sets place, what was it, 70s, 80s? You do see some 2011 towards the end.
Yep.
It very, very different from other mob movies, and it was the Irish mob, which is something you rarely see in big movies.
Yeah, Johnny Depp as Whitey Bulger is I don't want to call it beautiful. He's extremely scary and totally on level. Like, I liked that performance quite a bit. I was terrified of him. Whitey Bulger is not someone you want to meet, though, just because he's extremely terrifying. The entire movie with John Conley and Bulger and Whitey and just everything was something I didn't expect I would like, and I ended up learning a lot too from it, which was awesome, at least in my perspective, because I just like learning more about that because I'm from that area. So anyway, I just really, really enjoyed Black Mass a lot, and I'm glad that's both on number 4s.
Yeah, absolutely. So then I guess I will get into number 3.
Mm-hmm.
My number 3 was Trumbo.
Which again, I want to see because I like Bryan Cranston.
Yes, and Bryan Cranston gave, I think, an Oscar-winning performance.
Hope so.
But this movie is kind of my my pick for it. We don't know Oscar categories yet, but I have a feeling this might get some love, and I hope it takes a lot of it because this was a great movie. It was very interesting, very, very interesting. It was based on a true story that a lot of people might not know about, and it's very interesting to learn about, and the fact that all of this actually took place, and to see Bryan Cranston's growth throughout the movie, and the way they paint the Communist Party in a way that they paint them as not evil, just different. And I thought that was in itself a very different way to kind of tackle that time period and the events in that time period. So with everything else involved in the movie, I really thought this was a fantastic movie that is definitely deserving number 3.
Okay, my number 3 is going to be a really random one. It's the Maze Runner 2 Scorch Trials. I know Joe doesn't even care for that franchise, but I ended up watching the first one last year. I watched the first one last year, and I thought it was really good. I don't like Divergent, I don't like Insurgent, I don't like Hunger Games, I don't like anything like that. Then I watched this, and I was like, this is really good. I really like Dylan O'Brien, and then I ended up really wanting to see the second one, and I thought the second one was really good too. I did a review of that, and I could only help but rave about it because I thought it was really, really fun. Just, it's different to me in the way that these like post-apocalyptic team-based movies are done. Like, it's very enjoyable to me. I've watched the second one at least 3 times. So my number 3 is Maze Runner Scorch Trials, which I do recommend to anyone out there just for if you want something that's random but fun, because it's very, very good with its acting, its visuals. They all do well with ratings and money too. So like, it does have everything. It does have the whole package. But I don't have much else to say about that.
Okay. So then number 2, and this review I gave pretty recently.
Oh, I know what this is.
Star Wars The Force Awakens.
Yep, I knew that.
Really, I went into a lot with this movie in my review, so...
It was 11 minutes.
Yeah, if you want a good recap of that, check out the review.
Spoiler free.
But, yeah, spoiler free. But basically, the rundown is, for me, this was my favorite Star Wars movie. Because this is the movie I was on board with the series by this point. The prequels, I didn't see as they probably wouldn't have been my favorites anyway. Mm-hmm. But then the original movies I didn't see till very recently. So this was the first movie I was actually with everyone, witnessing it for the first time, and I felt more of a connection with the main characters as opposed to the past. And although the story was very similar, and I had some problems with Kylo Ren, I thought this was a very, very fun movie that I did not want to end.
All right, my number 2, and it was toss up. These two I actually did have to pick between 1 and 2. So my number 2 is going to be Inside Out. Loved it. First animated movie that we brought to the list.
Yeah, it was going to be an honorable mention for me, but I had to.
Yeah, it's all right.
Down. Green Inferno. Sorry.
I thoroughly enjoyed Inside Out. It's fun. It's very colorful. Amy Poehler, who I love so much, thanks to Park and Recreation, is the voice of Joy. It's a very crazy concept to think there's like people inside your head running what you do. It's pretty weird. But it's beautiful. It's Pixar. Pixar was back after almost 2 years of no movies. It's just a great movie. I can't put The Good Dinosaur on this list because I didn't really care for that. But I loved Inside Out. I just thought everyone in the movie was great. The concept was great. Animation from Pixar is just up there. And then the colors. I mean, it's just bright and beautiful and pretty. It's awesome.
Pixar continues to just assert its dominance when it comes to animated movies.
I know. So what is your number 1, Joe?
My number one movie of 2015 is Ex Machina.
I thought you were going to say X-Men. I'm like, what?
No, although Days of Future Past was very good.
It was good.
Did that come out?
That was last year, though.
That was last year. But
yeah, wrong year.
Still a good movie, though.
Yes, I like that one, too.
Ex Machina. This really, really got deep in ways that kind of explored this possibility of robots and technology and stuff that is very prevalent in the world today. Not to this level, clearly, but it's the right blend of sci-fi and just intrigue. It was very intriguing, and the concept was interesting. Some of the writing was superb because some of the dialogue between some of the characters of this movie is very thought-inducing, and those are some of my favorite kind of movies. The movies that can really make you think and really kind of bring you to this whole other level while you're watching this movie. And this definitely did bring me on the journey. I found myself thinking so much in this movie and kind of guessing what's going to happen, and I was very, very captivated from start to finish in ways that really no other movie in 2015 was able to do. So that's why I have to give Ex Machina the top movie of the year for me.
Okay. And my number one, and it totally deserves the number one spot, is Jurassic World. Love Jurassic Park franchise. I love Chris Pratt as Owen in this movie. Bryce Dallas Howard as Claire was awesome. I didn't care for the kids in Jurassic World. They were the worst part about that movie. I wanted them to get eaten by the Indominus, which didn't happen. I was bummed out by that. But I thought overall, Jurassic World visually was fantastic. Acting was fantastic. The way the dinosaurs just looked was great. That battle between the raptor and the T-Rex and the Indominus was beautiful. Intense, powerful. The score with John Williams, or its reprises of John Williams' original score, was fantastic. I just so enjoyed that movie that I hope that Star Wars doesn't overshadow it, which it probably will, but I don't want that to happen. I just loved it so much because I've always liked the Jurassic Park franchises. Dinosaurs are one of my things that I enjoy. So Jurassic World is right up there. Plus, I also love getting to see the Mosasaur, the water dinosaur, for the first time in this franchise. So Jurassic World is my number one on this list, and I was very happy with many of the movies that came out this year. There are other ones I didn't get to talk about, or we didn't get to talk about, but very happy with all the ones that came out so far and the ones I got to discuss.
Jurassic World was a great movie.
It was so good.
It was just outside my list.
All right, but the thing is, it was in the realm of his list.
It was in the realm. It didn't make the list, but it was almost.
Yeah. However, you would have thought, since I said I like dinosaurs, the good dinosaur would have made it, but no. Unfortunately not.
Ouch.
Yeah, I know. Well, that is our top 5 separate but similar movie list of 2015, which I still can't believe is over, which is crazy. Yeah. So share in the comments below your top 5 movies. Do you agree, disagree with our list, or which list do you like better?
Ooh.
Just saying.
Ooh. Ex Machina wasn't even on that list.
Jurassic World wasn't on his list.
It was close.
But it wasn't. But not there. So, thank you all for tuning in. Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. Joe?
And subscribe because it takes around that much effort to do so.
He did that in reverse instead of going like this.
He did it like it's changed it up.
Yeah.
2016 is coming, right? Let's have some fun.
Yeah, fun. But it's good. So we have more fun stuff anyway for you guys. So thank you so much for tuning in to this countdown list, whatever the hell you want to call it, and talk to us in the comments below about it. See ya.